and we're going to go see Paul Richardson. He's the organist for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's been on our show before. He's dressed exquisitely as usual. He's going to take us to the peaks of ecstasy. As a matter of fact, his first number is called Ecstasy Tango, and here he is. The one and only Paul Richardson. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Bob. How you doing? Nice to see you tonight. How you doing?
Fine, Paul. As usual, you're impeccably dressed, and I couldn't help but notice your Philadelphia Phillies World Series ring.
I wanted to put that up there. I hope you guys have a nice close-up lens here at Rollins Cablevision.
I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to take his hand.
Uh-huh.
We'll just hold it still.
Yeah.
Can we get a close-up on that?
Pride and joy. Other than my 3 beautiful children and my beautiful wife, that's my pride and joy. That World Series ring, you know.
I can believe that. Listen, I've never seen a ring that large. It's not what I'd call subtle.
Well, for an organ player, I'll tell you, it is a bit of a problem. But they gave me a special measuring device, and they said get it snug when they told me they were going to award me one of these things, and it's marvelous. I love it.
Well, that's because you were part of the team effort, I'm sure.
Yes, 1980 was our big year, and we think 1983 is going to be another big year, despite all the comments of the guys around who say, what about all these trades? You wait, we're going to surprise you. The Phillies are going to do it again this year. You'll see.
Well, there you've heard it right from the horse's mouth. Now, Paul, the Phillies, you've been playing for them for how long now?
This will be my 14th year in Philadelphia.
Do you have a
I did the last year at the old Connie Mack Stadium. That's probably before your time. You're a young fellow, Bob.
I remember going there as a young chipper.
Yeah, at the great old stadium, yeah. I was there the last year.
So do you have it down pat yet?
I'm practicing, right. Still practice, right. Yeah. The fringe benefits are the fun part of the game.
Oh, hold it. This is a family show. What kind of fringe benefits are you talking about?
No. Like I get to sit and eat in the press restaurant in the clubhouse with the guys. You get to do we do charity things. I do. We did a Christmas party with the Phillies and the Eagles. I have to take my friends with me. They move the organ, and then I get their picture taken with Mike Schmidt or somebody like that. You know.
Well, that is nice.
Speaking of the organ, don't let me forget. Can I give a plug to Wilmington Piano, the guys up there at the Concord Mall, who lent me this organ to bring it down here to Rollins Cablevision. Guys at Concord Mall, Wilmington Piano, thanks for the organ, fellas. Okay. Okay. Now we can do whatever we got.
Let's see. Where were we? Oh, yes. You also play for the Yankees. Now, how do you find time to do that?
The Yankees thing is very interesting because I only do the weekends. I'm the substitute guy there. My friend Eddie Layton is the regular organist, and he's a boater. He has a tugboat that he's converted into a houseboat. So he goes out on the weekends, and the two schedules, the Yankee schedule and the Phillies schedule, are the exact opposite of each other. So when the Phillies go out of town, the Yankees are coming home that weekend. So I get to do the weekends up there. I only do about 9 weekends out of the summer, but it's nice. It's a change. Don't forget the Yankees play on regular grass. It's not AstroTurf. And there I get the fringe benefits of sitting in the Yankees clubhouse, the Yankees press restaurant, and you meet all the New York people, and you meet some, you ride up with some celebrities. I rode up, did I tell you about the little short fella I rode up on the elevator with? Did I tell you about him?
No, I don't think you did.
I ride up and George Steinbrenner's elevator takes up to the special area, what they call the loge area, where the press guys are. And I'm riding up there on a Saturday afternoon, and a little guy gets on with his wife, and they're having an argument. But I try to keep a low profile. I'm just standing in the back with my briefcase. And I hear this guy say to his wife, "Well, how come you always putting me down?" With a voice like that, like some German movie star or something. And as he gets off the elevator, I peek around to see where he's going, and I realize it's Henry Kissinger and his wife Nancy, and they're having an argument. So I had to immediately call my wife and say,
You had to negotiate, of course.
No, but you know, those are the fringe benefits. So you sit up there and I watch Jim O'Brien sneak his free ice cream and a free meal from Channel 6. All those television guys, you know, you don't have to do that. The television guys all come in and they get free meals and free cold beer and a free hot dog or something during the game.
Well, I told them I was from Rollins Cablevision, and they said, who?
That's going to change.
Well, I think it will, too. By the way, Paul, you know, I happened to bump into this fellow at Delaware Trust Company. He just doesn't play Philadelphia Phillies. He plays banks, he plays clubs. Why don't you tell our viewers about that?
Well, every year at Christmas time during the holidays, we borrow another organ from William Piana and we put it in the lobby there at Delaware Trust, and that's become kind of an annual thing. And all of our friends come downtown who are working downtown, stop in during the lunchtime, and I play their request if they write it down on a $5 bill. So that's
how kind of you.
You make $1 wherever you can, Bob.
Now, who's this fellow Gabe that you were telling me about?
Gabe, in the off season, in the wintertime, besides doing the teaching, I have a little teaching studio up there at the Concord Mall. Besides that, we do a nightclub thing. I call it a nightclub. It's an old tavern that's been there for years and years and years. Matter of fact, my friend Al Cartwright said, "You've heard of the Saturday Night Live, the television show Saturday Night Live?" He said, "Well, where you play a Saturday Night Dive?" All right. Cartwright, that's his line. But it's a great little old tavern, and we've been there for, this is our 4th or 5th year there, and we're in the back room that used to be the Chinese restaurant there. It's Steve's, Centerville Inn. Steve's is it's the Gillies, Mickey Gillies of Delaware. You know, it's got a package store, and it's got a working man's bar, and it's got a businessman's bar, and it's got a Chinese restaurant in the back, and that's where we are. We take the equipment from the Phillies, the big organ, and then my friend Gabe, who you asked about, he's a singer. He does, you're going to meet him in a couple minutes. He sings like Frank Sinatra, but he looks like Tony Bennett.
Let's take a look at this fellow, Gabe. Come on over here, Gabe. Right over here. Oh, wow, what a good-looking fellow. So, yeah, apt description, I might say. Gabe, what's your background in 20 seconds or less?
Well, I work for a union with the railroad, Brotherhood of Maintenance of Way. I've been with Paul now. It's gone on 9 years.
I've been with
him. Well, we've been together for 9 years, and we get along beautiful. We do our stuff. We do our thing at the club, and it's a lot of fun.
Now, what are you going to be singing when we come back?
It's a tune. It's called Atlantic City. It's from the movie Atlantic City with Burt Lancaster, and we took it off. We swiped it off the TV. So that's what we're going to do.
Matter of fact, we saw that on cable. We saw the movie on the Cablevision, on Rollins Cablevision. We saw
good
the
plug.
movie, and we couldn't get the music for it, so I had to put it on tape and transcribe it. But it's a great new Atlantic City song. So when Gabe's ready, I'm ready, and when you're ready, we're ready.
Okay, well, a little later on the show, you're going to see Paul and Gabe doing their thing. Now we're going to go to some short messages, but stick around. I'm looking forward to spending.
Just flew into town tonight, and Lady Luck was on our flight. I had a bite to eat at Gino's down the street, and now this is a welcome sight. Glad to see you're born again, Atlantic City, my old friend. Be there when I bet on 10, I'd bet on you. One more thing I'd like to say, before I let you get away. This town that once looked old and now it's on a roll, and now you're here to stay. Remember how they put you down. There's not an empty room in town. They're coming here from miles around. You sure came through. One more thing I'd like to say before I let you get away. This town had once looked old and now it's on a roll, and now you're here to stay. Remember when they put you down. There's not an empty room in town. They're coming here from miles around. You sure came through. Glad to see you're born again. Atlantic City, my old friend. You're back upon the map again. You sure came through.
That's it for this week. Now we're going to close the show with another song by the incomparable organist of the Philadelphia Phillies, Paul Richardson. See you next week.
Am I blue? Am I blue? Ain't these tears in my eyes telling you? Am I blue? You'd be too if each plan with your gal done fell through. There was a time I was the only one, but now I'm that sad and lonely one. My baby, was I gay until today? Now she's gone and we're through. Am I blue? There was a time I was the only one, but now I'm that sad and lonely one. My baby,